And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game with a bit more riding on the line here than usual. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. Look at Cleveland's starting group. The rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. Kyrie Irving is out there with Mitchell. And it's James in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, we've got Wall. Anthony Davis is out there with Alexander Sarr. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. And it's Koulibaly in at the 3 slot. And we talk about experimenting with lineups early on, DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have 2 extremes, right, in the modern...
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We've got a special one for you, as tonight's action is part of the NBA Cup. We'll watch the Washington Wizards as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. The Twin Towers, Mobley and Allen, the combo inside. Kyrie Irving out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's James in at the 3. And for Washington, Alexander Sarr out there with Bilal Koulibaly. And then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's John Wall. And it's Arenas in at the 2. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially...
Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. Tonight's game also serving as part of the NBA Cup. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard. We have just a few games in the book thus far. So, Greg, what are you looking for at this stage of the season?
Well, I like to see which teams get off to a hot start and who's struggling out of the gate. What can those teams do to improve?
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The big men on the floor for them, Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's LeBron in at the 3. Irving looking for an opening. Arenas against Mitchell. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. We discussed Evan Mobley and how we wanted to defend him coming into this matchup. He said, quote, to make him settle for jumpers, we don't want him getting easy buckets or deep inside positioning. That's when you get into trouble. We'll see how good the resilience is against him tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
And pretty amazing the damage LeBron can do off the dribble at his side.
A wide open look here for Koulibaly. Offensive rebound outside Arenas and stolen by James. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Gilbert Arenas.
Well, a nice pump there from the young fella. LeBron pulling out all of his tricks.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, LeBron. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Arenas misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And they double up James. Here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Something that's not talked about is that he is a high IQ player. You've got to respect how fast Kyrie makes decisions, especially when it comes to shooting the ball.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, Kevin. The story right now is the Washington Wizards making some early season roster adjustments. They had the chance to acquire Anthony Davis, and why not? It's not every day you get to add a perennial all-star to your squad. This will significantly improve their size and what they're able to do on both ends.
Always some exciting news happening in the NBA. We thank Shams for always bringing it to us. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Time to get excited, everyone. DC family, here's the hype crowd. Make some noise. DC family, welcome to the floor. Wizards hype crowd.
some changes. Keyshawn George comes in for Koulibaly. And it's C.J. McCollum in for John Wall. Cleveland also making some changes. Hunter's checked in for Evan Mobley. And it's Garland in for Donovan Mitchell. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Shoots. Rebound by the Wizards.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And he makes that one. There's a minute left in the first quarter. LeBron against George. Outside Irving. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
Free throw good, LeBron. Greg, last season, the Cavaliers with 64 wins. That's the third most in franchise history.
But crushing disappointment, then losing in the second round. They knew they'd be criticized and acknowledged they need to be tougher mentally.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Johnson, he's checked in for Alexander Sarr. And John Wall subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
Here's Davis, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Davis remains a dominant presence on both ends of the floor.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And that one misses.
I'm not sure we've seen someone like AD before. Super long, skilled, athletic. He's just a unique talent.
Good on the second free throw. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Allen. Back to Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. And they double up James. Hunter for 3. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Left side, George. No good on the last second attempt there. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And an important part of every team's game, we'll look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Johnson is out there with George. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Wall. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And Richard, the best record in the Eastern Conference last season. But the Cavaliers facing payroll concerns coming into this year.
The largest tax penalty in franchise history, blowing past both aprons, and the Cavaliers with 3 All-Stars last season, but trying to keep the band together.
Corey Kispert's checked in for Washington. Koulibaly comes in for Johnson. The switch here also for Cleveland. Mobley, he's checked in for Nance.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Garland against Wall. Here's George. Plays it up and banks it in.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit over McCollum. And it's Mitchell missing. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Wall. Now here's Kispert. Now here's McCollum, guarded by Garland. 6 on the shot clock. George with the screen on Hunter. Near the three-point line, it's Kispert. And he misses his first shot. Over Cleveland, their last game, a win against Philadelphia. Here's Mitchell into the lane. Rebound by Kispert. Pass to McCollum. Outside, Wall. Back to McCollum. The shot missing. Good D by Mobley. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell slams it in.
It's the strength of Mitchell, one of the strongest guards we might have ever seen.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. For the Wizards, Davis is checked in for Corey Kispert. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for John Wall. Then for the Cavaliers, LeBron comes in for Max Strus. And Irving subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Wizards trail by 6. McCollum outside. The 3 from George. Good on the triple. George has got 7 points in the game.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Garland against McCollum. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And it's Davis with the ball for the Wizards. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
Free throw good, Arenas. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
Mobley is screened. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley. And a look here at the standings for the NBA Cup early on in the competition.
And this tournament has already been a huge success and really a fan favorite. I can tell it's going to be a lot of fun again this year.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Arenas, that's a 2-pointer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
For 3, Hunter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Hunter's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Whitmore. In the corner, it's Arenas. Nice ball movement by Washington. Davis setting the pick for Arenas. Mobley with the block.
Such long arms. Mobley is tough to do anything against.
Sars checked in for the Wizards. Hall comes in for C.J. McCollum. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. 2 on the clock. And shot on the way. Arenas missing again. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Boston. James dishes to Garland. With the shot. And they'll get another chance. The kick out to Irving. Beyond the arc. That one misses. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers on top, up 2. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their easy baskets. How do you create some easy ones in your own right?
Well, first, let's get out and transition ourselves. I think we're walking the ball up, and I think their defense is set. We can't create anything when their defense is set.
All right, got to get them moving. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an allergy medication?
Not yet, and not one that can fix this.
Let's look now and see how teams stack up across the league. It's our latest power rankings.
You know, right now, for the Wizards, they are hurting. What's that saying? It's always darkest before the dawn? Well, it must be in the middle of the night over there, because it's dark. It's real dark right now.
Yeah, time for somebody to light a spark for them.
Spark? They need a flamethrower, Ernie.
My bad. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
The Cavaliers leading. RJ, last season, as we know, the Cavs got hit with the injury bug at the worst possible time, right in the playoffs.
Yeah, the worst time possible. Their key players all had injury concerns as the season wore on. But sometimes you just got to play through it in the playoffs.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. The rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. Irving is out there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's LeBron at the 3 spot. And here's Arenas outside. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And they double up James. Irving for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. Washington shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Labali, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Washington. It's a 5-point game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Allen, a screen on Koulibaly. Here's LeBron. Ball against Irving. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Check out stats for Kyrie Irving. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, put up about 24 points per, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
Sarr against Mobley. Outside, Wall fires for 3, and it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Great start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
18 feet out, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. James has got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs. Pass to Koulibaly, looking for Wall. He gets it there. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The insane athleticism. Wall really lets it all hang out when he rises up for the alley-oop.
Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
As strong as they looked in that first half, their defense hasn't been the same here in the second. They just look slow, not very sharp.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether 2 big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. And the dunk by LeBron.
Young or not, LeBron as confident as anyone on the floor.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Davis. Excellent D there from Allen. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. A putback, James on the follow. James has got 6 points in the quarter.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's Wall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Wizards have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
John Wall taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Cavaliers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Johnson is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Davis. Then it's Keyshawn George. And it's Koulibaly in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And he's quickly up to 4 made threes in this game. Sheesh, get this man the rock.
Johnson, the pass to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Misses the 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Down low. Mobley misses. Wizards trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Knocks down the 3.
A strong catch and shoot option. Opponents will learn you can't give Johnson those kind of looks.
No good on the layup.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Mobley against Davis. Now Koulibaly. McCollum. No good from 3. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Garland. Yep, that goes down.
Now that's how you use your imagination. Garland can get his shot off from just about any angle.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keith. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Washington making some changes. Suarez checked in for Keyshawn George. Arenas comes in for Johnson. And John Wall subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Then for the Cavaliers, Allen's checked in for Hunter. LeBron comes in for Max Strus. And it's Mitchell in for Garland. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. He asked his team to take in the moment, saying, this is what it's all about, guys. This is why we work so hard and why we love this game. Embrace it. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you so much. It's James. The glass.
And I think LeBron is most comfortable inside using his length and athleticism.
Outside Koulibaly. Now Wall. And let's not forget, RJ, you were second in the Rookie of the Year voting. I haven't forgotten it. But when you go back to that time, what was the key in your adjustment process?
Well, one thing that really helped me out is I played 3 years of high-level college basketball. Most rookies don't get that experience, and it makes it a little bit harder for them to transition to the pro game.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Cavaliers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most
of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
John Wall. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
And so Wall nails both of them. And here are the Cavaliers. At one point, they led by 16. Mitchell fires. And the 3 misses.
Cavaliers foul. Donovan Mitchell. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Washington.
That free throw good from George.
2 shots.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Mitchell trained from outside.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And that one drops.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Third team foul. At the line for the Wizards, C.J. McCollum. 1 shot.
A 11-point game. So it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a 3rd win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.
Hi, everyone. What a great night for some hoops. With a little more on the line. It's the NBA Cup, and it's in full swing. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And the starting group for Chicago. They've got Derrick Rose, Booz Ellis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Jordan in a shooting guard. And for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Prince. Then it's Gary Harris, and it's Robertson in at the point. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
Here we go. So Milwaukee wins the tip. Pass to Prince. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo is doubled. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
You get the sense Giannis Antetokounmpo is hungry to get another title club.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he's definitely in the prime of his career and would like to add another Larry O'Brien trophy to his collection. He is getting older, but again, I think he's still in his prime, and he knows that while time is short, another championship could set him apart from a lot of the greats. Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Down low. Here's Jordan. Fades away and sinks a tough shot.
Smooth offense. Gets them the perfect low-risk look.
Here's Robertson. And he dunks it down.
Boy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's length really makes him a threat on the offensive glass.
Jordan against Harris. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And there's the lob. Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
Antetokounmpo is a player who does a little bit of everything and all of it really well. Check out that pass.
Rose, the pass to Pippen. Inside, Buzelis dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball four.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night.
You know, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And that one misses. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, it took a while this summer, but the Bulls were finally able to get an extension done with their bright young point guard, Josh Giddey. In a buyer's market, they could afford to bargain for a team-friendly deal. And after some overreaches in the past, their disciplined approach stands out.
A good strategy. Thank you, Shams. First free throw is good. And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee, but trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just the reality when you have a superstar player, but not much of a title shot. The sense is Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere.
Now here's Rose. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Prince. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Antetokounmpo, left side. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Antetokounmpo has got 7 points.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Rose. Picked by Vucevic. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Antetokounmpo outside. On target from range. 10 points for him.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. At some point defensively, you have to take something away.
The Bucks have gone 6 of 7 and looking good. Pass to Prince. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Pippen. The Bulls trail by 7. key by Antetokounmpo. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the year.
They expected more of themselves against this team last year. Split the games between them.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Here's Jordan. After Milwaukee picked up a three with their last shot. Rose can't connect. And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Thank you, B.A. The story right now is the Washington Wizards making some early season roster adjustments. They had the chance to acquire Anthony Davis, and why not? It's not every day you get to add a perennial all-star to your squad.
Man, I did not see that coming.
With authority.
Did he just do that? Wow. Man. Tell you what, Rose can get flashy with the best of them.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. For Chicago, Williams is checked in for Buzelis, and it's Josh Giddey in for Pippen. A minute 37 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Prince. And he lobs it up top. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Now Jordan. Williams on the wing. And the three-pointer goes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Bucks leading by 7. Anthony outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out to Anthony. This one for 3. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know, it's not often that we see Prince hit the offensive glass, but that time he read the ball well.
To the left side wing. Rose left side. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Antetokounmpo pass to Abdul-Jabbar.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Bro, they're holding the shit out D Rose right now, bro. That's supposed to be a fucking poster.
Three-pointer.
Must wait.
By Vucevic. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. Back to the game after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Josh Giddey. He's out there with Derrick Rose, and it's Pippen in at the 4. Back to Green, out to the wing. Shot clock at 6, and rejected.
This is what Pippen is known for, a long, athletic, and exceptional, versatile defender.
Right wing. Here's Rose. Rebound, Milwaukee.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
To the inside. Here's Portis. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
an obvious fan favorite. It's all about hard work with Bobby Portis. That's how he proved himself in this league and how he makes a difference night after night.
Harris is checked in for Milwaukee. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Way to punch it, Scottie Pippen. The athleticism, impressive.
Milwaukee leading by 9. Here's Robertson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Soft touch off the glass.
From anywhere in the lane, Robertson's strength and quickness usually means he's the last man standing.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Portis, left side. Pippen with it. Portis picks him up. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. And the upcoming schedule for Milwaukee. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Then on Monday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for Portis. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Buzelis comes in for Rose. Kobe White, he's checked in for Chicago. Sinks it from distance. Jordan's got 14.
Excellent touch on the long-range bomb from Jordan. He only takes those when he really likes them, and that one looked good.
Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
From the high post. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Rose is checked in for White.
For Chicago, at the line for one.
Free throw's good. Jordan, you know, Clark last season saw the passing of Junior Bridgman, who played 10 seasons with the Bucks and whose jersey hangs in their rafters.
Yeah, he was a consistent, reliable scorer and just a quality teammate as well. But his legacy extends far beyond what he did in his 10-year career, which was quite impressive. His legacy as a businessman, philanthropist, community leader was, in many ways, unparalleled. Just a terrific guy and a great loss to Louisville, to the basketball family, but also to humanity. He was a shining star in all that he did for others.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Giddey. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, covered by Vucevic. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good.
Well, you got to bring more energy than this. Abdul-Jabbar is not going to be thrown off much by a little contact.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
And a two-handed jam.
Michael Jordan, MJ. It really doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Robertson. 3-point spread on the scoreboard. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Clock at 6. Takes a turnaround, Jay. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, you got to give the Bucks credit. 9 straight postseason appearances, the longest running streak in the league.
Yeah, but 3 straight first-round exits. I mean, you could tell the boat's taking on water, and tough decisions are required.
And the Bucks making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Well, the Bulls traded away DeRozan, Levine, Caruso. But, Grant, despite all that, they finished with an identical record last season.
They did. I mean, they finished the season strong, 17-10 after the All-Star break. Their young backcourt of Giddey and White showing some real promise. The execution has been better lately. But do they have enough energy to pull it off?
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Wallace passes to Harris. And the Bucks miss again.
Dismissed the defender right there, but couldn't take advantage.
Here's Jordan. We've got 1:28 left in the second period. Pass to Rose. Fires the 3. Giannis with the rebound. Milwaukee in the lead. Harris outside. Here's Rollins. And here is Antetokounmpo. Over Jordan. Abdul-Jabbar. And the tip-in on the offensive boards. Abdul-Jabbar's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Oh, stolen by Harris. 35 seconds left in the first half. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Here's Rose going inside. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Here's Rose. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Bucks ahead, up by 2. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Doc, as this team continues to develop, what's going to be most critical to really taking your play to the next level?
Continuity offensively and then being on the same page defensively. We have so much left. If we can get on the same page defensively, we can be really good.
The more reps, the better. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks in a tight ball game at the end of the half.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard. That's great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close. And if they want to pull away, you got to do more than rebound.
All right, and now one of the more highly anticipated topics. Some news about trades to discuss.
And this is a monumental trade. Anthony Davis is someone any team would love to acquire. Major props to them for going out and getting the deal done.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And so it's Rose who brings up the ball for the Bulls. 2-point game. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Robertson in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And the basket by Pippen.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
And the Bucks shooting a fantastic 57%. Pass to Robertson. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Gets good position inside. May have rushed it just a little.
And here's Jordan. 19 points in the game. Rose outside. Shot clock at 5. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Milwaukee has possession. To the middle. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound to the paint. Abdul-Jabbar. And it's good. 2 points.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one. Kareem.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
A towering presence on both ends. Abdul-Jabbar is also known for his unblockable and most unique sky hook. Such an impactful, unique big man. Kareem.
Well, taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And Giannis throws it down.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
Well, Clark, the Bucks certainly need to rebuild on some level, but they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
And BA, that certainly makes things complicated and more difficult. A losing season won't do them any good in terms of the lottery. They've got to do their best to stay competitive while developing their young talent. That's a really difficult balancing act. Prince takes a lot of pride in making it difficult for the guy he's defending. A lot of hustle and tenacity at the defensive end.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Bulls trail by 4. Here's Jordan. Pass to Vucevic. 3-pointer. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Robertson. Throws it up high. And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. You look at Prince. Boy, he's a sniper. 3rd best 3-point shooter in the league.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year. And the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
Pass to Pippen. The shot from the low post is good. Pippen's got 4 points this quarter.
Scottie Pippen showing you nice touch inside close range.
Harris outside. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Abdul-Jabbar's got 15 points. The Bulls trail by 4. Rose with it. Give him 8 points now. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
He is certainly a dominant player. Michael Jordan, when he's in the zone, unstoppable.
Here's Robertson. Harris outside. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
He had the right idea. Just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Rollins, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the Bulls also making a change. Giddey's checked in. To the wing, right side. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Giddey. Rollins passes to Antetokounmpo. Giannis with the finish.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Back to you guys.
It sure does. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
You know what? We've recently been able to watch different roles here. I mean, a better, more efficient, more confident player. Man, I love seeing that.
Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Antetokounmpo outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rollins. Covered by Jordan. They get it back. And that one is stuffed right through.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
Jordan, that one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Prince. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Prince can't hit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And the Bucks with some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Anthony subbed in for Prince. Chicago has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And we've got 1:18 left in the third. To the right side. Pippen outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead. Out to Rose. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And again, no good by Chicago.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
It's picked off. And they're running. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, Pippen, a fantastic defender, and knows when to pounce on passing lanes to come up with the steals. Watch out.
And Milwaukee has possession. They trail by 1. Here's Robertson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Pippen. Here's the Senge. Launches it. Anthony grabs the board. Here's Robertson. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 17.
When you have that kind of size advantage, you just need to go right to the rim.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Milwaukee out in front, up by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Giddey is the 1, with White by his side at the 2. Smith out there with Buzelis, and it's Jordan in at the 3. Anthony in the post. He's guarded by White. Anthony with a bucket.
Kept moving and found an opening, staying active. Anthony grinding for that bucket in tight.
White on the wing. From 17, the rebound by Turner. The Bucks leading by 3. Inside. Oh!
comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harris. The Bulls making a switch here. Collins checked in. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Bucks.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
Rollins passes to Anthony. And the three off target. The Bulls trail by 4. Here's White. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Rollins. Giddey defends to the middle. Here's Turner. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Giddey.
And Turner is exceptionally good at getting guys up in the air. He's got a really wicked shot fake, which fools even the best defensive player.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Then for Chicago, Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Pippen comes in for White. And Rose is subbed in for Giddey. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Vucevic has got his first 2 points of the night. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Oh, there's... Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying!
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Buzelis. Ooh, rejected by Harris.
A sound defender is Harris with excellent fundamentals. Shows you good timing on that block, too.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Harris. For 3, Anthony. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Jordan.
They could have used more of those kind of rebounds earlier. It's hurt their cause.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
Here's Turner. Outside Anthony. Now here's Turner. Now Anthony. Oh, it's stolen by Jordan. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Oh, it drops in.
How about that intensity that Jordan brings? I mean, this dude comes alive during crucial parts of the game.
Milwaukee making a switch here. He throws good. Jordan.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Harris.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to...
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA...
The previous play is under review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team, and Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
His improvement each year in the league is impressive. Harris knows his role is to score the ball, and he does it well.
Oh, it doesn't go.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that. Boy, that's leadership right there. Coming through in the clutch. Pippen knocking it down in a big moment.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T connected cam? Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Robertson. A minute 53 left to play in the fourth. Oh, he dropped it straight in.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
You see why he's one of the guys they want at the line in these situations.
That one goes. Yes, sir.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Now on to Kupo. Yes, sir. Bank it in the layup.
Not too many defenders are blocking Kareem inside. One, he's too big, he's too powerful, and he's too skilled.
Rose right side.
What you say?
Wow.
Come on now.
Oh, he jammed it.
Hey, guys, we know Rose has drilled big shots before. Just add another one to the highlight reel.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Chicago trailing here. Now Rose. To take the lead. Money from three.
Nobody's more clutch than Jordan. Nerves of steel late in the game.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's off.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
For Giannis, his length and instincts on defense make him a feared shot blocker.
Jordan against Harris.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
And there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
27 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Antetokounmpo outside. on the clock. Shoots it. It's good.
Just owning the offensive glass right now. Just refusing to let up.
I love his ability to carry his team for long stretches in games. And we're right now in one of those stretches. He's been doing this for a couple of games in a row now, so he's rolling.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
So it's a narrow victory for the Bucks, pulling it out for the W. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Giannis, after coming off a loss in your last game, talk about how the team bounced back tonight.
I think we just played hard, just tried to get back on track. We trusted one another, moved the ball real well, and I think we got back to our old habit, start defending and helping one another on defense.
Trust is definitely something this team doesn't struggle with. Thanks, Giannis. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Cleveland, Ohio is the scene for the Bulls. A big man who can also stretch the floor, Nikola Vucevic, will be looming down low as they get fired up for their game against the Cavaliers. Bulls, Cavs, up next. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Adley LaForge reporting from the sideline. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Bruce Ellis. Rose is out there with Jordan, and it's Vucevic, and it's Pippen in at the 3. And for the Cavaliers, the big men on the floor for them, Mobley and Allen. Mitchell is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's James in at the 3 slot. Tonight, I'm looking forward to this break. We're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
And it's good, 2 points. Irving's got his team on the board to start the game for Cleveland.
And with the appropriate jump shot to be a high-volume scorer, Irving has lights out shooting the build.
Pass to Vucevic. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's Rose missing. The Cavaliers on offense. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Mobley with the block. And he gets it back. Second shot opportunity.
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
James outside. Over Buzelis. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
And production, one of the things James does best. He's so skilled at finding shots for himself.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. And here's Pippen, following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. On the wing, Jordan. They can't stop the run with that one.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And a wide-open look for Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 now.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.